Hello everyone, this is Zimnala here for another dungeon crawling adventure in the Dejanol Mines. We are heading in today where we left off last time. My dwarf is almost done with cleric, 4 more levels and I will switch off. Our barbarian is just getting started from our giant. We are working our way through thief. Just blasting right along. And our paladin is actually wrapping things up. At 87, they're going to switch back to sorcerer for a while. Really get those resists going. But yeah, we are stacked up to get in there. Huh. Okay. So let's get stacked up on resists. So I think we're gonna start off going down into the depths, all the way, maybe down to where the TA lives. Seems like a good enough destination to start with, but we'll see how far we get before we run into trouble.
Cool. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Cool. Cool.
So our leveling up of cleric hasn't been too bad, but it will feel nice to actually switch back to something that doesn't take forever on that dwarf. It's not like sorcerer is gonna take any less, so I mean I shouldn't be too excited about it, I guess.
Cool. Cool.
Codex of Illusion. I wonder if that's one we already had. We'll do our best to find out. I don't actually know off the top of my head what Codex of Illusion does. So we'll have to find out. Yep, we can't fly past everything, so now we're gonna have to find out for real what's going on. These guys can turn you to stone, but they're actually not very strong. Ooh, that wasn't good. Well, we can't actually resurrect them down here, but we can potentially get there if we are lucky. So, let us see what we can do if we can get there and then back to town without having to. Well, well, I mean, it's not the worst. We still made it there technically. We just had a room that was too rough. Alright, let's bring our friend back. Sorcerer, huh? Well, we're not gonna join this yet, so it's gonna take a moment. We'll put this in our bank for now and check it out when we get there. I think it might be a new spell. probably not one we can reasonably cast, so it doesn't help us that much. Okay, well that didn't go entirely as planned. Oh, mind resist isn't coming through sorcerer. That would be something we can fix. Well, I think we got a mind resist book that we can switch and fix that, so we don't need it this run. But I will certainly do that when I get back to town. We can sort that out. Alright, let's get this show on the road. But yeah, floors 13 to 15 are where you start getting new spells again after the initial floors, so it's about right that we'll start finding spells that we don't have. Well, that's not the greatest. Alright, we're back in business. Sorry, I was looking at something real quick.
Cool, cool.
I couldn't even see him. I was looking for him. Oh, you got so little you need. That's wild. Well, he burned off his penalty. That's the good news. Yeah, the one resist that we've been missing has been mind resist, and it starts mattering here. Those wisps are no joke.
Cool.
We can now say we've stepped foot on the floor 16, but we don't want to fight there. Oh, that's a thing that happened. Alright, where are you? Oh, you're pretty far away.
Cool.
So it's 10 this way, and a little bit down. Nope, that's a nope from us. Do we risk it? Well, we got back together. We got a little lucky that that spellcaster group didn't actually try to kill us.
Cool.
To be fair, I didn't actually know if we could take these. These birds are pretty good experience, though. They only do physical damage too, so we don't have to worry about resists, but they can hit pretty hard, and there's a lot of them, so it's a bit of a calculated risk on whether we can actually deal with them or not at any point. This leads us pretty close to where we just were. Once we can get to that floor, we can kind of use it as a base of operations like this. And kind of fight a little outside of our depth a little bit. But as you can see, it's definitely not without risks. Yep, we are just a battle or two away from being pinned, which is good for us. There we go. Yeah, if we get farther in the game, we can actually start using, like, the mysticism spell to get down into the dungeon too, but I don't like to do that until I've got a supply of those Blood of Ages, or I get the spell to just cast it, or both. Because you gotta be able to handle, like, the age increase it gives you. So here's some boots we hadn't seen yet. These are really high level boots. I actually don't know if I had a copy in here. I'm kind of curious. I did, I got a couple. So I didn't like it, but I noticed that they had broken our stack of crystals of mysticism, but we got enough. We're fine. We're gonna build it up again. That's always a danger with thief types, is that they can just steal your stacks of stuff. So that's kind of like why I've got redundant sets, and like everyone's got a copy. So the chances of everyone losing them are pretty low. It's also why I've been raising thief on characters, because it resists their ability to do that. I think I'm gonna leave a second copy of these with one of my characters, so that if my dwarf goes down, that there's another option. And yeah, the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull that spell out of here. We are going to leave the party, bring in our magic man. He's got all of our magic tomes. I know we've got a scroll in one of them for mind in here. I know I found it. Give that back in. We don't need you again. Let's bring back our elf friend. Get the mind back over. Now we are going to actually join up with sorcerer and actually turn that in, because I think this is going to give us at least one new spell. Codex of the Mind will give us Resist Mind, which we didn't have with this character. I guess we knew Codex Evolution. Okay. That's fine. We had to check though. Back to Paladin. We're gonna equip all of our stuff again. But I went to try to cast that before and I noticed that it wasn't actually reduced in cost like it should have been, so let us see what it actually costs us now. $12's not too bad. We could probably swing it, maybe not the very start of a run, but as we go along. It's interesting to have our thief not be the quickest to level up. That's kind of novel. Alright, we're gonna head back down. We'll decide how we want to do it. I think I'm gonna clear 13 the regular way. That's how we'll get our experience this run.
Cool. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
So, Gorigi demons are... Gale demons are so annoying.
Cool. 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 Bye-bye.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, and that brings us down to 13. Cool. Oh, it's them of those guys. It's only one group of them, which is kind of funny. The kind of interesting thing about this floor is that anytime we want to actually go and leave, we can just walk through that wall to the forest and walk our way to the exit. That's part of why I cleared that the previous run, is it gives us an easy way back whenever we want. That's why I spend the first one of these runs making sure we can get into there. What's that resistance looking like? 48%? I guess that's not the worst. I don't think it's enough to keep him from kicking our shit in, but I mean, it's a chance that someone will survive it, perhaps. We definitely need a lot more sorcerer.
Cool. Cool.
Huh. In third, we actually managed to outpace the giant doing barbarian, but also we are getting experience from opening treasure chests, so I guess that can't be discounted. It's actually a pretty considerable amount of experience too. I guess if it's necessary, I'll move them up front to compensate. I think it's too early to really worry about it.
Cool.
want to join, huh? Sure. With all the casters, I think it's a little unlikely you'll survive, but you know, we'll give it a try. Though these guys could also kill you pretty easily if they attack the right person. Or I guess a fright spell could scare you away too. But we'll find out. Maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, if I raise a thief on the dwarf, I don't have to take it anywhere near as far as I have with my human. It'll be primarily to give it backstab ability. So, but with my main thief, the goal is to be able to open up treasure chests, which is a different goal and needs even more levels than just having some backstab ability. So, if I was to switch to thief with my dwarf, for instance, I'd probably only go to that 48 usage level rather than all the way in. For a while. Everything's always subject to get bumped up later when it gets easier to level.
Cool.
The slime is keeping up with us at least.
Cool. Cool.
Huh. Well, we probably already have that one. Codex of Protection, probably already got it, but we'll check it. Now, if the Medusa dropped better items, I would consider fighting her more often, but the thing is that she pretty much only ever drops her own head. Aw, man, they drained hit points from our dwarf. That kind of sucks. Undead pretty much just suck across the board.
Cool.
I am probably going to make my way towards the aggress, because I think
Cool.
it's going to take a lot more time in there to pin the last two than is currently worth with how little the thief and the Oni need. We can make our way there. Okay. We even look like we're going to be able to bring our lovely little slime friend with us. Another thing I've noticed, now that we know we can generally fight our way through those hawks, we don't have to go as deep into that area to get to that room. We can just fight the hawks. It's much less risky than actually fighting our way through those rooms currently. So we have been assigned the required level 29 quest for the Barbarian Guild. Let's see what it wants. As you leave the training area, you are instantly tackled by Muldan. He promptly beats the living shit out of you, and in a few moments you're lying in a pool of your own blood on the ground. Get up, he yells. You stagger to your feet. That is what waits for you below. You must be ready for assault at all times. Next time I won't stop, and this, he holds up his fist, will be the last thing you see. You nod, wiping the blood from your lip. Kill me, an outcast goblin. For doing this, I will give you a tome of strength. Then you can raise your strength up so the next time I jump you, you might actually get the chance to hit me. Hard enough so I can tell. He then stomps off. Oh, that's fun. That's also a sorcerer-only spell. Sure, I'll bite. Let's look at the sorcerer spell. Let's see if this is one we already have. It is. Protection, huh? No, it's mass protection. It's... yeah. Okay. That just casts it on everyone. It's not significantly stronger or anything fancy like that. Got me excited for a short second. It can go to backup land. Alright, let's go find our outcast goblin after turning in this friend of ours. Pretty sure they're just running around up here. Nothing to it yet. Oh, what did I see? Oh, I saw something else. Okay. Orcs, footpads, owl, zombie. Yeah, I don't care about you. Footpads. Kobolds. We can just buy it from the store. But I'm just gonna run around for a second and see if I can't find it. I don't think I'm on the wrong floor, but maybe I am. Alright, let's go down a floor.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Outcast Goblin, where are you? There we go. That took longer than I expected, to be honest. Alright, let's get out of this shindig. Let's map this stupid square that side I didn't want to be mapped. Let's get back to town. Clear off our inventory and hit it fresh. So these are actually really strong weapons, but the level on them is intensely high. 4 swing weapons that have pretty good stats, but we're probably not going to get to use it before we actually get a better dagger than it. I don't plan on going spellcaster primarily enough to use it quick enough, if that makes sense. Well, I want to keep that alive, so let's put that away, actually. Muldan comes up to you holding a big, strange book. Well, you've made it with that goblin. That doesn't mean anything to me, though. He looks down at the book he's holding. I was planning to reward you with this, but I forgot you can't read. He starts walking away, and just before you start yelling, he throws the tome of might over his shoulder to you. Just kidding. I actually find it pretty funny when they're addicted to you for no reason. Alright, let's see what the tavern keeper thinks. What's going on in here? Nothing too good. Fair enough. Not worth doing. Not worth doing. Not worth doing. Okay. Well, we can certainly head back down and clear out more of 14. I think we can handle that. We can also clear the other way down through 11 and 12 just to get a little bit of the experience we can get that way. I think after this run it'll probably reset, although we may get unlucky and it resets during this run. But actually it might have already reset, looking at the fact that there's monsters in this room again. Let's find out. We did kind of go down and get the shit kicked out of us that first time, so it did slow us down.
Cool. Bye-bye. Cool. Cool.
Oh, did I not put that on again? Okay. Forgot to put my crest back on. That's why we weren't regenerating. That's unfortunate. And we're not gonna worry about anti-magic.
Cool.
See what we can do down this way again.
Cool.
Okay, so this part stays cleared. Well, we're continuing to survive. guys are a great experience. Oof. That fate spell has us on the edge. That's kind of a dick move, game. It's not even dangerous, it's just kind of annoying. Well, we cleared that out pretty good. Let's see if... stuff on this floor is opened up. Lost a intelligence point, huh? That makes most of us. And you're nowhere close to being pinned. Yep, we're moving on. Still cleared? Sure isn't. Definitely not anything I want to fight in there either. Good thing you don't want to fight. That's cool with me. Doesn't always have to be a fight. I'm okay with it just being like that. You've been assigned the required level 55 quest for the Thief Guild. Meek scares the shit out of you by screaming, "Thief!" You jump back, dagger in hand. He runs up to you, immediately disarming you with a method you've never seen before, and hands your dagger back to you. "Thief! Scavenger! You return! I give you Ard!" He steps back. "Yes, come back." He then turns and runs off. You must defeat one scavenger. That's actually pretty easy. They're just down on... was it 4? I think it's just on floor 4. But it may take us a little bit to get down there because we actually are switching to another guild with our clerics, so their levels are not going to take much experience for a little bit. And that's a bit of an understatement. So let us join the thief. Let's clear what we got. Villain and sorcerer. Of course it is. I can check sorcerer at least. Okay, does not need to be part of that. Let us figure out what's going on here. Put away stuff we're not going to be able to use for a hot minute. That's gonna be a cloak. Okay. And now we need some shoes, and we are good to wander in. Alright, let's start making our way down to find that scavenger. We're going to pin several times along the way and return. Probably. There is that one already. Look at that incredible ability to find that. I hope they're very impressed.
Cool.
That's the fast way to kill them with one character. And that's what letting a character level up in a magic casting skill guild does, is let you cast a spell like that to take out enemies you want to kill faster. I don't usually do it, it's not really necessary. But sometimes it works out faster if you're just trying to level one character up. Yeah, for a couple times I'm just gonna be power leveling this dude. They want us to go kill an orc. That'll be a harrowing experience, I'm sure. We completed our thief quest. Meek actually runs up to you and does a little song and dance in front of you that looks like he has something very painful chewing on his testicles. A few moments later, he's gone, screaming and yelling in glee. You shake your head as you walk off and suddenly realize that you're carrying an Arda being. That's exciting. What a fun guy, right? Alright, so we're probably actually able to wear some slightly better nonsense. So 10 for the next usage level for that stuff. We're doing it. So we have to go kill an orc. Let's go do that real quick, and then we can go power level. We probably even saw an orc and just didn't fight it, but this works. Spotty generation. We're almost to the point where we can upgrade our stuff again. I'm sure we can find it there just along the way. They're kind of all over the place. There you go. Okay. Let's keep going. There we go, we're already ready to pen. And this is why I don't really try to level up the other guilds at all while I do this part, because the first like 10, maybe 15 levels of a guild, just your runs will be so short, even if you stick them in the back, that you might as well just get it over with. Get that foot in the door, then you can stick them in the back and let them do the slowest again. But it kind of requires that they need like maybe 10,000 experience or so before it's really worth doing that. We're actually already at the point where we can get a little bit better equipment on them too, so that little bit will help as well. Oh, right, we already had that. Let's get the better hats. I think that requires 14. Yep, we're not quite there, but we're getting there. See, now it's spicy. We're going down to 5. No. Is this the case where things didn't properly regenerate? That's gonna potentially be unfortunate. Maybe it's fine. As long as the dwarves are there, I'll be happy, but I guess I don't need them. I think that puts us solidly at pinned levels. Return. Let us through. Guess I kill him, but dang it, I wanted to get through. I don't want to fight them after all. Alright. Alright, I think we can shuffle things around and let it be like this. Okay. So we could at the very least go down 8, 9 and sort that out. We're gonna have a quest for a new Gina glove, but I mean we can just do that. Not an issue.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Cool beans, we have made it this far.
Cool. 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 Cool.
We're definitely doing just fine here, but I need to get a little bit more to level.
Cool.
There we go, now we're all pinned. Let's return back home. Oh, I've gotten the crest of the thief. That's cool. So the biggest thing that does is give us a bunch of decks and lets us open some lock chests a little easier. It's not really fancier than that, but I mean, it's also pretty good, so. Oh, well, didn't quite mean to do that, but it's okay. We'll just go get it again. Let's take a look at the tavern. What's poppin' here? Anything exciting? Yeah, this is a cursed item we don't need. We did get a hog for something we did. That's cute. Sell this badly. I guess we could sell off this guy too. Okay. So let us enchant everyone up. I'm thinking we could do a quick and dirty run just down to get everyone pinned.
Bye-bye.
That was unfortunate. Gale demons are just so annoying.
Cool. Bye-bye.
Yep, see, our magic is to, our goal is to fight as few undead and things like that as we can. Because we have switched away from some of our more defensive guilds.
Cool. Cool.
There's your replacements for that Codex of Mind I found. I can go back into being saved. How are we looking? Ooh, you did not gain a lot of experience. Where are you? Okay. Okay. First step, let's clear the way as best we can.
Cool.
You can be peaceful. I like that. These guys can do a lot of damage, but in an overall sense, they're not super deadly. Let's see if we can't beat these up still. Seems promising. Okay. Okay, as long as they're not fighting us, we are a-okay. We'll fight another one of these. These guys are great. That's one of us ready to pin to level. Let's go back to the forest. Let's go pin everybody. That shouldn't take very long. Yes, pinning will allow us to switch off of paladin finally. It'll get us to our item use level for the dagger finally.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
There we go, we made it. Let's go make our way back. So we're going to trim down our items. I'm gonna sort out our inventories, check our quests, and then I'm gonna probably wrap it up after sorting out our spells and stuff with the other characters. So I've got this whole like row of them here. So this time we're going sorcerer for real. Let's sort out what we do not get to use for a bit. So first things first, we get our better dagger. Well, let's grab this nonsense and then sell what we can and don't need. Some of this I know I don't need, so I'm gonna move it out. Let's come take a peek at what we have going on. So this requires 44, which we didn't quite reach. This requires 56. No, we did get to this. That's good. Cool beans are gonna be up front, trying to soak that down. What order are we gonna be in? That. Now, did you get to usage levels that are useful? Let us take a quick peek. What level is steel? 52. Okay. Yeah, we can get rid of this. We can get steel. Well, that. Cool beans. I guess I can sell duplicates. I didn't really think of it. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to move you out for a moment. Let's bring in Magic Man. Transfer our goodies over. You are a villain. Where is that? Yep, Code of Stoning is a new spell that teaches us Flesh to Stone, which is a new spell for the guild. Cool. Alright, get out of there, bring back our friend. Shift everyone back. There we go. Okay, I guess that's not gonna go anywhere. Cool. Well, anyways, thank you all for joining my stream. I am going to be popping off now. I hope you guys have a lovely night. You take care.